An overflowing fountain, stone flooring to walk on, lawns, walkways, villa. Can you sense the luxury? But then it's a different kind of luxury that I'm going to talk about today. It is the Cadillac Escalade 2021. It's the season of big cars from GM, and this is the big daddy of them all. And the funny fact is that the big daddy has grown up. It's much longer, slightly wider, and quite tall as well. In fact, it's really making me look quite small, and I like it. Just to list out a few changes. The lights are horizontal now. In fact, in the rear as well, the vertical lights are now shorter. It has a kind of a very contemporary look to it, while this one still holds on to some classical Cadillac tradition. The advantages of actually growing up can be seen inside. This probably will be the first time ever an SUV, such a large SUV, would have had comfortable space, storage space after all three rows have been up. So which means you don't need to leave behind luggage just because you got to take 7 people. Inside the Cadillac Escalade 2021, technology and space come together to give you a luxury experience that you've never so far experienced. And I'm specifically referring to things like augmented reality cameras and a 36-speaker music system. Can you imagine a car that is 5.5 meters long and yet be called a driver's car? Well, this is a cockpit, as I call it. Now, this uses 4K OLED screens, which have this curve. So the interface between the screen and the driver is unhampered, unhindered. The controls are closer to me now. Even the bridge console controls, look at the navigation button, the selector dial, the volume control knob, everything, the gear selector included, everything's moved closer to me. I really don't need to stretch beyond a point to make my choices. There is a space being defined as the driver's own. As for augmented reality navigation, graphic directions can be overlaid on real-time feed. Talking about technology, you have wireless charging. You have a refrigerator here in the central console, which can go up to sub-zero temperatures. And also in old news is the rear view monitor in place of the rear view camera. So I mean, you get to see a camera feed rather than view through that far out rear window. My seats can be adjusted in 16 ways. You know, I mean, talk about the luxury of choosing your seating position. I can't think of anything more luxurious than an AKG music system which comes with 19 speakers as standard and can be upgraded to a studio reference version of 36 speakers. Well, this is a concert moving on wheels. Well, the trim levels as to be expected are luxury, sport and premium luxury. And of course, I mean, you can upgrade both sport and luxury to platinum, the top of the line. Needless to say, luxury comes as standard even in sport. Now, I have chosen the sport for my own reasons. This one looks stunning, absolutely stunning and fabulous in black. The premium luxury does get strips of chrome in places that matter, and it definitely looks refined and elegant and all that. But for those who love that blackened look, nothing like sport. The bumpers, the lights, even the exhausts are black. The color, the texture and the pattern of the interiors of this car is out of this world. And the screen ahead cleverly is straight up there, giving me information that I need right up here. And if I keep my head up, the display is right there ahead of me, so I can see the speed, the navigation cues and the distance of the car in front. I mean the advanced cruise control option, all that. Everything is so gentle and refined with this car that this Cadillac shields you from its own amazing sound. I can hear a muffled roar or growl coming from afar. It's somewhere in the belly of this car. And now I can hear it. It's a 6.2 litre V8 engine, good for 420 horsepower and 624 Newton meters of torque. Yes, it's a beast, but it's a gentle, refined beast. You hardly get to hear it because most of the time the engine keeps to lower speeds. Because it's so powerful, you really don't need to show your power with a roar. Now this engine comes with a 10-speed automatic transmission as standard and comes with cylinder deactivation features and dynamic management and all that, so that you get better fuel economy. Now we have taken a road where this car particularly would be probably most seen in Dubai, because it's a premium neighborhood of Jumeirah. Luxury is also the convenience of not having to worry about anything. The new Cadillac Escalade comes with a wireless charging port, an excellent refrigerator in the central console, and to make the journey more interesting for the rear seat passengers, 12.6-inch HD screens on both sides. Well, there is body lean. I mean, it's a huge car. But most often, even the body lean feels like repose in the new Escalade. 22-inch wheels are standard across the range, and those bumps and potholes don't exist. The new Cadillac Escalade comes with independent rear suspensions and available air suspensions. The buttons are so smooth that you really hardly need to touch them to move. Well, too smooth can feel a bit flimsy too, but then this smoothness is part of the integral, the overall character of the new Cadillac Escalade. It's smooth in every department, whether it comes to turning the steering, sinking into the cushions, or touching the overall soft material in this cabin. Completing that package of quiet luxury, the Escalade comes with soft shut doors. Well, if I really want to go about nitpicking, I could say, well, some of the material could have been more solid, or the refinement could be an extra inch deeper, all that. But overall, I'm happy in my personal cockpit in the new Escalade. Everything about this large SUV is as thoughtful as these side steps. Now, Cadillac Escalade definitely is still a passenger's car, a wonderful car known for its ride comfort and luxury. But I like the way Cadillac has carved out a personal space for the driver in the new Escalade 2021.